Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for standing by, and welcome to the Product Management View webinar series. During the presentation, all participants will be in a listen-only mode. If you'd like to ask a question during the presentation, please use the chat feature located in the lower left corner of your screen. If you need to reach an operator at any time, please press *0. As a reminder, this conference is being recorded Wednesday, July 21st, 2010. I'd now like to turn it over to Val. Please go ahead.
Thank you, Jennifer. To those participating through Ready Talk and Twitter, and those who will be receiving or reviewing the webinar in the podcast or flash presentation later, hello. I'd like to welcome you to this new session of the Product Management View series. I'm Val Workman from Ryma Technology Solutions, one of the sponsors of this webinar. And if you'd like to present in the webinar series or propose a topic by sending me an email at workmanv@rymatech.com, we'll try to get your topic on the airways. The PMV is all about distributing the shared experiences of the members of our open community of product management. And today, the PMV is the world's largest free repository of product management recordings. I'll be your moderator today, and it's my pleasure to welcome Jessica Bowman, who will be presenting how to create SEO efficiencies and accountabilities in your organization. And, in the past, SEO is something that a few nerds talked about in their closed cubicles, and nobody else thought much of it. With the advent of social media and the competitiveness in the marketplace, that's just not going to work. Jessica is going to share with us how to pull the SEO out of the closet and make it part of our everyday business activities. She comes from a very rich IT background of supporting product managers and helping them promote their products over the web. And it's going to be very exciting to see how she's taken her career and developed this consultancy to help develop the accountabilities and the efficiencies of the SEO for the product management community. And for those of you who are using Twitter, you can follow and add conversation and questions using the Twitter hashtag #PMV. During this webinar and continue conversation after this webinar. And I'd encourage you to make comments and ask additional questions on this post as well. I'll also be collecting questions throughout the presentation to address during the Q&A session at the end of this webinar. Please feel free to send your questions and comments to me in the chat section in the lower left corner during the presentation, and we'll try to respond to them as well. With that, I'm going to go ahead and pass the control over to Jessica now to kick off this presentation on the SEO. Jessica?
Great. Thank you very much. All right, so today we're going to talk about accountabilities and efficiencies, and just to give you a little bit of background about myself to put into perspective of kind of the experience and what I bring to the table when I'm talking about all of this. My background was being an in-house SEO. I never worked at an agency until I actually started SEOinhouse.com. And so I started at Enterprise Rent-A-Car. People think, a rental car company, they probably have a small organization. They have over 1,000 people in their IT department. So it's a very huge organization, very enterprise level. And that's where I learned how to integrate SEO into the organization to become more efficient, have the accountabilities and so forth. And what's interesting, I actually sat as an SEO right in the IT department, not in marketing. So I really have hands-on experience using some of the systems, tools, the meetings, and understanding how an organization within the IT department is structured to execute what marketing is requesting. Then I went on to business.com and then Yahoo. I'm a huge advocate for an in-house SEO, and in 2008 I started SEOinhouse.com. It was that agency that I wanted as an in-house SEO but really couldn't find who understood our challenges and dynamics for the in-house community, and someone to infiltrate the rest of the organization pretty much on my behalf, to understand how can I get them to do SEO as part of their job. I had to figure out how to do it because this was 2002. There weren't many people who had already done it yet. So let's dive into what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about what's going to make people accountable. Search engine optimization is the act of modifying attributes of your website so that it will rank high in search engines. It's not just page title tags, alt text. It's huge. It's complex. It involves back-end systems, how you're structuring your URLs, tracking codes in the URLs, and so forth. It's really complex and needs to be integrated in every facet of the systems development lifecycle. And so what's going to make people accountable is when you set up lines of defense.